Hello to all my book club members and welcome if you're new. Hello, my name is Kristina and I love to read tons of books. Any book, any book. Give me a book and I'll read the first two chapters and that will determine if I like the book or not. Now, this video I want to talk about is I have five books here that I have heard nobody talk about. That's not on my TBR, but they are books I do want to read eventually. I will get around to reading it. This first book is by Drusilla Campbell. Never read any of her books, but I do have the book Blood Orange. Now, if you watch my book haul, you would have seen that I did order, or not ordered, but bought this book from my local library. If you are in Texas area around Houston, LaPorte, I'm from LaPorte, so if you're around Houston, Pasadena, if you're near, let's just say if you're near LaPorte, somewhere near LaPorte, Texas, then every day they have a sale on books from LaPorte Library, and this is one that I did pick up. On Wednesdays, they refurbish books. They take old books off the shelf and put new books up there and redo it every Wednesday. So I'm usually there on Thursdays to get some of the new books. So I've been taking my husband's change to go buy books. So anyway, read a little bit about this. Not too much on reading about all of them because I don't want it to be so long. But there is some other books by this. Wildwood and The Edge of the Skies, it shows in here in this book, Blood Orange. I don't know if this is a book series, and those are the other two books that go with this series or not. But it is a book I've been wanting to read. Dina Covert cannot remember the kind of person she was before May 29th. The day she became angry at God, at her workaholic attorney husband, and herself, the day her 7-year-old daughter Bailey disappeared. As the months were on without a trace of her adorable but troubled child, Dina can't help blaming her abductor. Dina can't help but blaming her husband. Controversial defenses on accused abuser for playing the role in the abduction, and it shows in the strain on her marriage. But then a shocking event officer a clue to what really happened to Bailey and Dina's unwriting part in it, haunted by unthinkable consequences of revealing everything she knows. Dina must decide whether to keep the truth to herself or risk losing the rest of her family. So, spiteful, searing, and forswearing. Sounds like a really good book, and it's something I definitely want to read. It will get read eventually, I just don't know when. The next one I don't hear anybody talk about. I don't hear about Drusilla Campbell. I have not heard about Blood Orange. I think I have this book on my Goodreads to read. The other one is by Joan. Joan Bauer, Bauer. This is a Newbery Hunter book, and it's called Hope Was Here. And there shows on the back side that there is some other books that you can read with it. Read this. The next book to this one is Close to Fabulous, and whatnot. So I really can't wait to read this one either. It says here, ever since she changed her name to Hope, Hope has tried to live up to it, keeping her lookout positive. When she and her aunt moved to New York City to a small town, Wisconsin, to help run a local diner, she's going to make the best of it. And before she knows it, Hope is part of the diner staff. She wraps up in a town politics, and she even caught the eye of one of the short order cooks, which just goes to show that when you have hope, all sorts of good things is possible. So I can't. It's not a thick book, but I know I can read it. The other one, I've heard lots of things about this book. It's a Heaven Point novel. It's Raeanne, Thayne, and it's called Summer at Lake Heaven. And this is another book. I have heard people talk about it, but not too much. I really don't see it around a lot and people reading it or talking about it. But Samantha Fairmont has been struggling with the weight of her mother's expression for years, but now that her mother has passed away, it's time for Sam to behold a finely embellished fashion designer business she's always dreamed of, and the perfect opportunity has fallen into her lap. Her friend's getting married, and she asks Sam to create her wedding dress. If only she can avoid the bright, influencing brother who temporarily the boy next door. Summerhill knows a spangle in Heaven Point exactly what he and his children need to recover from their mother's death. His romantic relationship with his ex-wife may have ended years ago, but caring for her throughout her illness broke his heart. All he wants is to watch his little sister walk down the aisle and to see his kids smile again. And somehow, his lovely new neighbor is instrumental in both. But as their unnecessary challenge blossoms into quite a friendship and more, Ein has a village in England, and he can endure, and a secret that tightens the fragile trust he and Sam have built, not bulk, but built. So I cannot wait to read that one either. The other one, I bought this book for myself, and I bought one for my best friend, one of my good friends. We used to be best friends, not best friends anymore. She deleted me off of Facebook, but oh well. It's called Sold on a Monday. And I got her the book as well. This is a sign. The sign is Last Resort. It sits on a farmhouse porch in 1931, but could be found anywhere in the area in Bully Boat Runs and Broken Dreams. It could have been written by any other Pennsylvania choice. For struggling reporter Ellis Reed begot watching since era memories of his family dark past. He snaps a photograph of the children not meant for publication, but when he leads it to his big break and confidence are more disturbing than you'll ever imagine. At a paper lily mill, Palmer and hunted by her role in That Happens. She is too familiar with the heartbreak of the children determined unwanted, as a bond with a motherhood are tested. She and Ellis must decide how much they are willing to risk to mend a fractured family. Inspired by not a newspaper photograph that stunned the nation, sold on a Monday, is a powerful novel of love, redemption, and the unexpected path that brings us home. So this sounds like it might be a good one to read. The next one I barely hear people talk about. She was rescued but never saved. The Girl from Willow Hills, a Megan Moran book. Adrienne Bauer was just 6 years old when she was swept away while sleepwalking during a tragic rainstorm. Strangers and friends and neighbors and rescue workers set up a search party and held vigils praying for her safe return. Against all odds, she was found alive, clinging to a storm drain. The Girl from Willow Hills was a living miracle. Adrienne's mother wrote a book. Fame followed. Fans and fan letters creeped and stalked, and every year, the anniversary, as soon as she was old enough, Adrienne changed her name and disappeared from public eye. Now a young woman living hundreds of miles away, Adrienne has built a life as Olivia Myers. But with the 20th anniversary of her rescue approaching, the media and Celebrate reviews is honest. Soon Olivia feels like she's being watched. She begins sleepwalking again. Late one night, she jolts awake in her yard, only to find her feet the corpse of a man she knows from her previous life. As Adrienne Meyer, the girl from Willow Hills, is about to become the center of the story again. Improvisations and hair-raising thriller. New York Times bestseller author Megan Miranda. I can't wait to read this because this sounds like it's going to be a real good. It is a hair-raising thriller. So, y'all haven't heard too much about these books that I just talked about. The Girl from Willow Hills, Sold on a Monday, Summer at Lake Heaven, Hope Was Here, and Blood Orange. Come on, these books sound so interesting. If y'all have not read these books, I think you should go out and get them and read them. If you have read the books, let me know in the comments down below that you read the book, and let me know, excuse me, what you really thought of the book. Until next time, bye!